Well, hey everybody, it's a beautiful late March day and wanted to get my swarm traps hung up. So my buddy Kenny that keeps pretty good records, thanks Kenny, says the earliest we've caught swarms in the last several years has been the first weekend in May, and so that's about 4 weeks from now, but we are running three-ish weeks early for spring. So thought I'd take this chance to get my swarm traps hanged up. I got 2 of them. These are a design I found on the internet and built out of 1/2-inch plywood. They've been pretty consistent. They hold 4 frames of any depth. I have deeps. Here I've got an old scraped down deep, and I got a couple others that might have been used a little bit. They smell like the bees, right? So the thing I like about these is if the swarm does land in here and begin to build a home, is ideally they can start drawing wax right away. So it's a pretty simple thing. So I've got this beech tree. Not a huge fan of beech trees. If you've followed along for a while, you know that I've had my trouble with the beeches. But what I got is this, maybe you can see it. I sawed a branch towards the top there. My tripod broke on the way up here. Of course it did. Anyway, just hang this up here. And just about like that. So I stand about 6 foot, a little bit better than 6 foot. And that lets me get the swarm trap up a little bit high. But I also have a rule about beekeeping ladders. And that the biggest rule that I have is I don't do it. I don't beekeep off a ladder. So I got this chunk of old nasty wax, and I'll just literally just smear it on the trap. And then I got this bottle. This is doTERRA lemongrass oil. And I used to try to get fancy and put it on like cotton swabs or something, but now I just let it dribble onto the wood near the entrance, but it doesn't matter where. And sit back, relax, and let the bees come up. So there's another thing I'll do, and I actually did it in this tree last year, is to use a ratchet strap to hang it, but that branch is just too darn handy. So I'm right here, I'm just on the outside edge of my bee yard, and had pretty good success in this tree. I think I've caught one each of the last couple of years when I put one in there. I've got another swarm trap I'm going to hang back towards the house. I had to cut down some cherries a couple years ago to build the house that took away a pretty reliable bee tree for me, swarm catching tree for me. But I want to say one thing before I go. So this is old but used equipment. That's just a bunch of boxes thrown together. But this is a deep. This brown one is a deep with all the bricks on it. And I've actually had decent luck with catching swarms in just abandoned boxes. A deep seems to be the one they like. So anyway, so hopefully, first off, that I catch my bees before they swarm. That would be the best thing to do. The second best thing to do is if they do swarm, they go right there to the swarm trap, or they come right here and dig on this empty box full of drawn frames. So anyway, I've got one more to do. Thought about peeking in the bees today, but I don't know if I'll get that far. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you found that useful.